My best friend for 23. She left her body and hovered above me. I saw no shadow. I looked around, searched every building and home that I found. I saw no shadow, but felt the glow. The warmth inside me, it kept me afloat. It felt like heaven had found my bones and gave me comfort when I feel alone. Now you're gone, I'm alone. I guess it's time to get better. Through the pain, I will go alone. If I fall, break my bones, I will scream even louder. 'Cause I'm not dying alone. I lost my best friend to 23. She left her body and hovered above me.
Yo! Fuck your countdown.
Best friend, 23. I heard the heavens crying above me.
Chat, let me get my chat up.
I lost a friend. I felt like
I don't even have my chat up.
I went through hell.
That is dumb, I don't have my chat up, bro.
But I keep fighting with each living breath.
I'm live on the Riot stream, right? Yeah. This is my second stream today. Oh, I don't normally do 3 streams in a day. That's right. Daddy, hi! Mommy, hi! For my reaction. We hi for my reaction. I don't know anyone racing in here. Don't they say in the competition? Again, we're about to switch scenes. What am I streaming in? Yeah, I'm streaming in high quality, but I don't care what it looks like there. Yo, we are reacting. I wish I was there live. Sorry, the camera's not on. How long till stream starts? How long? 13 seconds, then I can show you something. I was there live at PAX. I didn't get to watch it at PAX. Then we got another 12-minute countdown. Hopefully we don't get copyrighted by Nintendo watching this. Nintendo wants to copyright claim me. My best friend, 23. Let it load in, guys. It's loading in, guys. While we wait, I need to grab my phone. Got like 12 minutes. Oh yeah, let's talk about something. I would be there live right now, but we only got the Saturday badge. Right? We only got the Saturday badge. So we are watching this here. Let me put the... Got a comment on Instagram. I'm gonna read it out. I'm just gonna read it and then read it out. On what post?
Did you know that absolutely nothing would happen if you throw a glass of water on the sun? This is because the water would not reach the sun. Did you know that absolutely nothing would happen if you throw a glass of water on the sun? This is because the water would not reach the sun. Did you know that absolutely nothing would happen if you throw a glass of water on the sun? This is because the water would not reach the sun. Did you know that absolutely nothing would happen if you throw a glass of water on the sun? This is because the water
Alright, that comment's gone. It was an inappropriate comment. I deleted it and I reported it. Cause like, I'm gonna touch you, you little And it said, it said this. That's basically what it said. That's the comment right there. I'm gonna touch you, little N-word. But they actually said the N-word. And I don't believe he's black. That made me racist, but we've got 10 minutes till we start. Let me open up Twitter. Let's have it there. We can make it as big as I need. I just need to count timer. I hate Twitter. So yeah, I do have my PAX badge still. If you have a My Nintendo account, chat. If you have a My Nintendo account, please go to the My Nintendo area. You can get this badge for free. All you have to do is scan your QR code. Let's go to Nintendo AU. No, A. What are they tweeting out? Yeah, I saw the trophies. They look sick. Is it also live on YouTube? If it is, Nintendo Australia. So they're not streaming it here. Sad. Have the chat open, their chat. We'll go. I don't care. How many viewers did I have? 77 viewers! And I can't even get a single one viewer. Let me show my support. I'm showing my support. I'm showing my support. I am showing my support. If they want to enter me into a competition, they need to allow me to use this controller. Because that's my main controller. I use that controller. I'm showing my support. Back Saturday. We came on Saturday. They could do this on a Saturday. That would be great. But W, if you're not at PAX right now, guys. If you're not at PAX Australia right now, guys. If you're not at PAX Australia right now, make sure you go in 2024. I will be promoting it again. No money, no what. I did promote it. So I made this, let me open up Twitter on my phone.
Did you know that absolutely...
I need to open up Twitter on my phone. Let me just go. I don't want to follow that guy. Let me... Oh yeah, I forgot to do something. Since I don't support Kick. That app should go bye-bye. Had it all laid out. I installed Kick Up chat. My chat will be coming on screen as well. I should include the Twitch chat of that. But Who knows? It's not my chat. Nah. No one plays that anymore. Five minutes! W, let's get hyped up, chat! We're hyped! I think I'm the only one streaming this. Four minutes, chat! I still had new music. Trying to find something. Let me just tweet random thing out. Mommy. 3 minutes until it starts, so let's go. Let's go. I'm gonna make my... Nah, we'll just leave it there. While we've got some time, I can, show you. We're showing my support chat. We're showing my support, chat. I'm showing my support. Back Australia 2023 out there. 2 minutes. It's a dead game. A dead game. It's a dead game, bro. They are shutting it down. They're shutting it down. They're shutting down Mario Kart 2 now. 1 minute. 1 minute, chat. I am no one who can compete anymore. I just want to watch some competitive Mario Kart. Who is playing today? IDK. Who? IDK who? How many viewers they got? 109 viewers! 109 million. They can't even get 1,000 viewers watching that direct, bro. Pandemic A. Who's Pandemic A? Who's this guy? I'm just searching him up just in case. No idea who he is. Check out his Twitter. This guy's apparently competing.
Good afternoon, Australia, and welcome to the ESL Arena stage. We've got the Mario Kart AUNZ Championship. Who's ready for some Mario Kart? 12 of the best players from around the country have made their way here live on stage to play in front of you guys, and they are going to give it their all to win this trophy, to be the best that this region has to offer. And we've also got the best casters that have to offer as well.
What commands are they using, chat?
You through today's proceedings.
Thank you once again, Xenox. Another beautiful intro for all the beautiful people here at the PAX Arena at PAX Australia 2023. Jordan, it is such a delight for us to be here on the desk to be able to talk through some Mario Kart with the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe AUNZ Championships 2023.
Who's this guy?
Listen, I tell you what, I think it's actually pretty full here in the arena. We haven't had this many people for, I would say, any of the games that we've watched over the course of this weekend. So, I don't know, are people just keen for Mario Kart? Are they just looking for somewhere to sit down? I suppose we'll find out when we jump into the game, see how loud they are. But of course, yeah, super fun to jump into things. Obviously, as I said, 12 players playing off for an opportunity to go overseas, play internationally. That's one spot on offer, by the way. So we do have to cull quite a number of players down. But I tell you what, pretty good field.
Yeah, definitely really good field here, and there has been a long journey for these players to get here. So let's see how all of our 12 racers got onto the stage for 2023. These are our qualified players. We'll go through them one by one here. We'll show them up on the screens as well. So we've got Damien Bike, BLJ Panda, Tom Byron, Shad, Tyson78,
Dams.
Fox, Hendrix, as well as Alta Pichu. And Jordan, they went through a lot of these qualifiers. A lot of those qualifiers were only the top two were able to then...
I barely watched spit since I'm reacting.
Up on stage.
Yeah, indeed, like we said, obviously quite a hefty run to make it to this point, but the job's not yet done. If they want to make it through to the World Championships at Nintendo Live Tokyo 2024, they have to be the top of the pack today. So going from 12 again down to 1, and you think about how many people would have obviously tried to qualify to even get to this point. We're talking about the best of the best within AUNZ. And look, I tell you what, I've had a bit of experience with Mario Kart in my time, and it is one of those games which I think you look at and you say, oh yeah, Mario Kart's easy. You know, everyone likes to jump in and sit down, have a play when they go over to friends' houses and stuff like that. That used to be one of the go-tos for myself and my friend group. But I will say there is definitely a skill gap sometimes when you're talking about players that have made it to this point in any kind of competition, right? You think it's an easy game. You think, oh, I'm pretty good at Mario. I beat my friends at Mario Kart all the time. But let's be real, it's not necessarily the same concept when you're actually going on stage playing against the best in ANZ. I think you might be surprised at how good these players actually are.
100%. Now it's going over the rules for this competition for today. Obviously, we've got 12 races up on stage. We're going to be going through 12 courses as well, Jordan. So all throughout, we get to see every single one of these tracks and seeing how these players will play up against it. It's going to be the 150cc race as well. So all regular items, all, you know, basic stuff, no teams, what have you, all vehicles are available as well. And obviously no smart steering to give these guys a little bit of an advantage. But as you said, 12 best races that we have here across AU and NZ. These guys are no slouches. Obviously being able to qualify through here, there was a lot of cutthroat competition to be able to get towards this point. Means that they have to be at the top of the game to be able to get towards this live arena here at PAX Australia. So let's go on through and have a look at the courses that we've got throughout today. Rainbow Road, I mean, it wouldn't be a Mario Kart 8 tournament without having Rainbow Road at the start.
Yeah, no, yeah, definitely not. I mean, obviously that is pretty much the most iconic Mario Kart track that there is. As far as the rest of the courses are concerned, I'm a big fan of the DS courses. That was my go-to. I was always a big Mario Kart DS fan. That was the game that was sort of The big one when I was sort of growing up, and even if I go back to the 2013, the very first PAX, that was kind of the big Mario Kart game back then. There was a time trial. I won it. You know, a little bit of street cred, and it was on Waluigi Pinball, so I'm looking forward to that one in particular. Talking about Sydney Sprint as well, it's a great place to finish off for those of us here in AUNNZ. Obviously, a local course, a local map that we're all quite familiar with, and so it'll be a good place to finish the races.
Definitely would be really, really nice to be able to finish out there on the Australian track to see maybe once we get towards that 12th track to see whether or not the competition is going to be, you know, neck and neck. Obviously, as everybody has already seen, when you play Mario Kart 8, you go through a lot of these cups. It is points awarded for the places that you're going to be getting across all of these races, as well as we go through. A lot of our competitors are going to be up here on stage, and, you know, 15 points for third goes all the way down to 1 point for 12th. So if you're consistently pretty good,
let's have to go use the bathroom chat. I need to put on.
They can definitely try and get a whole lot of these points early on and try and lock maybe a top 2.
Yeah, definitely.
W! Who are we going for? No way, no clue.
There is a possibility of a tie as well. Let's just say there is a world where we end up with players that have the exact same amount of points at the end of those 12 races.
Bro, why are they just exclusively streaming this on Twitch? Did Twitch pay them like $12 million, bro? $12 million, bro?
So forth, all the way, you know, down until we
Boom crap.
to break that tie. So I think, again, the most important factor here is going to be actually...
Also, I filmed a YouTube video that will be coming out very soon. Probably Monday. That's tomorrow. Tomorrow, a new YouTube video is dropping. Tomorrow, a new YouTube video is dropping. Hopefully tomorrow or Friday.
I think it's definitely something important that we do have to highlight before we get into the games.
Yeah, 100%, and I think that's going to be pretty consistent for a lot of these players to try and get as many dubs underneath the belt. There's a lot of love for a lot of these races up here on the stage as well. We already heard saw Alta Pichu coming up onto the stage. There's a lot of cheers coming in from the back now. Tyson's getting the yells as well, so seems like there's going to be some fan favourites that's going to be going through this competition here, Jordan. I'm excited to see once we start getting into a few more of these tracks, like, you know, once we start getting towards race 4, 5, and 6, to see what this field is really going to bring us, see whether or not we're going to have some more of these aggressive races. So we're going to see whether or not we've got some people that are kind of biding their time until the last couple of laps and, you know, try and play around a lot of these power-ups.
Yeah, I think that's a very interesting point, isn't it? Obviously, depending on what you strategically want to think about the game, like whether or not you want to come out the gate strong and you want to lead from the front, you want to try to build that lead and maintain that lead, even despite the fact that you might...
Wait, they get our own monitor or no?
Items and power-ups and such, so...
Will they share one monitor?
I think it's going to have an individual...
We'll find out, bro.
Some like to play from the front, some might like to play from the middle of the pack, some might like to play from the back of the pack. I personally think, you know, again, if you're playing from the back of the pack, then you do have to really be quite intelligently, because if you do slip a little bit too far behind, even though you might have a bit of a better opportunity of picking the pace up maybe in that final lap, something like that.
Looks like they have their own monitor. There's 12 people. They're not all racing on one monitor, though.
So I think play around the middle of the pack, play around the front of the pack, and go for that.
They're gonna show them warming up.
Attempt towards getting into the scoreboards over the course of the 12 games, I think might be a bit of a better strategy. But
Yes, they get their own monitor.
100%, let's see what we get. Race number 1 is almost underway, ladies and gentlemen. Here we are getting ourselves into Rainbow Road. Race number 1 of the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe AUNNZ Championship is well underway here. Very interested to see who's going to start taking this early pole position. It looks like it is going to be Shad that's going to be starting out in the front, so maybe that's something that they're really looking to try and play towards here. Maybe try and put a little and lead from the front.
Yeah, Shad, Panda, BLJ, and Damien are the top 4 at the moment, though Panda is just going to drop back all the way into 7th. Obviously, it is still quite early on in the race. It is lap 1 out of 3, so when you're speaking about these early positionings, I don't think it's really super impactful to really focus on, okay, who's number 1, who's number 2 at this point in the race. You know, one little mishap can really drop you back quite significantly, and similarly, if you're in 8th place,
damn!
You're straight back.
The combos they choose.
You really want to be thinking about, okay, who's actually getting these kinds of extra advantages, who's leading from the front. We do have a couple of front runners that are now maybe going to get pulled back a little bit as the lightning does come through.
Yeah, you can definitely see that there's starting to be a little bit of a gap between the pack, and as you said, the blue shell's coming through here, and unfortunately for Shad, that connects right on the final lap. So now BLJ will be able to take that pole position. You can see these front 2 races really trying to utilize a lot of the waves that are coming in from those swamps, and With only one lap left to go here, Jordan. We're about halfway towards finishing out on Rainbow Road. It's BLJ Snortle right behind them on the pace as well, trying to hold on to the last little bits of these mushrooms to go in towards that final straight. Heading to the finish line as well. BLJ still got a little bit of extra pace going on to Snortle, so it looks like it will be BLJ will get first, Snortle with the second, and the rest of the pack in behind.
Yeah, indeed. Just held on to those mushrooms, didn't they? And were looking to try to maybe just clinch something right at the back end there. Didn't quite manage to grab enough pace off the back of those two usages.
Broncos in Jamie L gaming headset.
Way to start the day, is it? You know,
Yeah.
I think if you would have asked me, do you want to start in second place, I would probably said, yeah, that doesn't sound too bad to me.
Especially when it comes to the points, you know, obviously 15 points for first place, 12 points for second place as well, so you're only 3 points off the pace, and at the end of the day, it's 12 races as well, Jordan. So there's plenty of Mario Kart for everybody here on stage to be able to get their teeth into, try and get themselves some victories as well. You see here very, very early on, Shad went out to this very early lead, really tried to separate from the rest of the pack as well here, but as soon as that thunder came down, it was all too hard for Shad to try and come back from this blue shell, and then BLJ took the lead from this third and final lap and never let go of it. Snortle tried their best with a lot of these mushrooms and with the jump pad as well to try and get towards the end here, but just did not have enough in the tank to get rid of that small little lead that BLJ had.
You know, it's funny, we're sort of talking about, you know, oh, you should be happy with the second. I'm not so sure based on the reaction there on the replay that they were. But look, either way, it is one of those strategic elements, right? When you're just playing Mario Kart at home, when you're playing with your friends, you're probably not really bothering too much to think about it. You're just sort of trying to win at all times. You want to be in first place as long as possible. But when you're playing on stage, you really do have to bring that strategic discussion into it and say, okay, if I am sitting in first, I am negatively affected by what my opponents are doing on a higher likelihood than the person in second or third or fourth, etc. So things like the blue shell can really make a big difference, and obviously that was the case here. The races are quite short as well, so maybe it's a better argument to be made to say, all right, let's
Damn!
for the first couple of laps, and then try to make that passing maneuver in the third lap and take first and run with it from there.
Yeah, exactly. And I think, you know, a big indicator from us in that first track as well was the fact that it was this kind of 4-player pack. First couple of laps, and as soon as it started,
I got to open up something, chat.
that's when you saw, obviously, the blue shell came out, the lightning came
I
out.
think the bold guy's gonna win. Yep, the bold guy's gonna win.
What they held for the majority of Rainbow Road. Just getting ourselves in the second track here, ladies and gentlemen. We've still got plenty of Mario Kart for everybody here to enjoy as well. I think the biggest thing for me, Jordan, jumping into this tournament is the fact that this is a World Championship qualifier as well, right? The winner of this will go to the World Championships at Nintendo Live in Tokyo 2024, and that is going to be exciting for not only these players to be able to go play Mario Kart up in such a big live event like Nintendo Live, but also being able to play up against the best players in the world.
I mean, that's exactly it, isn't it, right? The stakes only get raised the further and deeper into this competition that you go. Obviously, we've talked about the fact that they would have had to have qualified to get to this point initially, and that in itself is an achievement. And now, if you can manage to take the top spot here at PAX Australia as well, you'll go further and then play internationally, play against the best players from all the countries that are going to be represented. Now we can take a look at our overall standings. So, as we said, it was BLJ that did get the dub there. Snortle come in second, Shad in third. And obviously, you can go down the rest of the list and see how everybody placed. It is only, though, one race under our belt. We've got another 11 to go. Plenty of time to catch up. But again, bearing in mind that tiebreaker situation, BLJ already in a good position for that one with the win under the belt, if that comes into play.
Yeah, at the end of the day, sometimes it does feel nice to be able to finish second, but if you're not getting a lot of these first finishes and we do end up on a tiebreaker scenario, that's when it can really come back to bite you a little bit later on for some of these players. So really starting to keep track of a lot of these track victories, and you know, maybe we may have seen a breakaway pack already. You know, BLJ, Shad, Snortle, really in that opening 4 races who want to try and get out to a good start. Maybe as we get to some of these longer tracks, some of these much more difficult tracks, and a lot more of these tighter turns, these chicanes and what have you, that's when we may see these packs start to shrink together and really be much more of a ball than this kind of 4-man breakaway.
All right, well, let's see if BLJ can do it again here as we jump onto Yoshi's circuit.
Oh, they're going backwards. I'm looking at Brian.
As we kick the race off.
It seems like right now, once again, we've got another breakaway pack here, as you did already say. Snortle, Tom, Panda, BLJ in that opening little pack here, and they're just trying to get themselves in.
BLJ's in the lead so far, with 1 win.
These pesky members as we start getting deeper and deeper into this Yoshi circuit. So, keeping on board once again. It seems like these players are more than happy to have these extra few chases. It was a nice little shell there to send Tom all the way back down to 4. So it's now Snortle, BLJ being able to take that lead once again, with the Lightning coming into these remaining races in the front. The blue shells coming in as well here, but still plenty of this track left to go, Jordan.
I think Alta Beach, you might have a few fans in the crowd, a bit of a cheer going up as we did swap over to their POV, onto Tom, who is sitting in 4th place, doesn't seem too concerned about the ink. But the Bullet Bill might be a bit of a different problem. That was Vike, who went all the way from the back of the pack, now up into 1st place off the back of that Bullet Bill, and it is still persisting. That's a Yoshi on the mini-map in 1st, and considering we're about to be heading into our 3rd lap out of 3, that is a position that might well be held on to.
Bro, why are they using Yoshi?
Tech there coming in from Tyson as well with the extension of the Bullet Bill. There's certain spots in certain tracks where the Bullet Bill can't drop you off, so it does have to extend its duration all throughout the remainder of this track, but unfortunately still hasn't been able to catch up to that big pack. Fox, so they're the one that is in the lead right now here with the Yoshi. They've still got a buddy who's bumping cars with them right now. That is Panda on their right-hand side in the yellow Yoshi. So we are seeing here with the final lap left to go, Jordan, this is where it all comes down to a few Bullet Bills, maybe a blue shell going to be able to float around and try and contest with these top.
How many viewers that got, bro? 208 viewers, bro. And I can't even get one. Ayo.
Over the finish line in 1st, and by a fairly hefty margin as well, picks up quite a bunch of points.
It was holding on to that green shell as well, so had that extra bit of defense in the back if there was ever anything coming their way. So they're able to finish off on the Yoshi circuit with a dub this time around. A few more new faces this time around in the top 4 as well, so it seems like already that we've seen a changing of the guard when it comes to the leaderboard. Once we do get the points on the board, a lot of these players will be able to start to rocket themselves up, and I think that's the biggest thing as well with this point system, right, Jordan? If you come in at 1st, it's 15 points, and at some point, you know, if you're only getting a few points here or there, maybe you're in towards the middle of the pack, you still might be within touching distance if you get yourself a track win here or there.
Yeah, look, I mean, I guess the argument to be made is that there is somewhat of a hefty jump between 2nd and 1st, right? It's 3 points the difference. You go from 12 to...
It's a replay, right?
And beyond that, down, you drop another couple of points. If you're in 3rd, you get 10, so...
Oh, yeah.
An extra 3 points can actually really make a big difference, and when we're talking about the middle of the pack, really each jump is actually only 1 point differential, which, again, 3 points, if you're talking 8th to 5th potentially, is actually 3 different placements rather than just the one between 1st and 2nd. So winning is actually, again, I mean, obviously, fairly well incentivized, not only because of that points differential, but also, again, the tiebreakers could potentially come into play. Here's our crowd down at the PAX Arena. It's fantastic to have you all with us. Lots of fans of Mario Kart.
Yeah, it's absolutely packed down here at the PAX Arena, and just goes to show that everybody, young and old, is still a big fan of Mario Kart.
Yeah, I think it's one of those timeless games, right? Everyone has played Mario Kart at some point.
It's kind of like, you know, whenever you talk to anybody, you say, you know, oh, I played games, I played Mario Kart, right? Like, it is always kind of that first point of entry for a lot of people when it comes to video games, and really be able to kind of grasp that conduct block. So getting that victory now goes all the way to the top of the overall standings after a pretty consistent map number 1 as well. So they're in a pretty good spot here, Jordan. 4 points clear of the next.
Yeah, have a look at that tiebreaker, though, in the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th position, as we've already discussed. I know I'm kind of bringing up the tiebreaker quite a lot. I
think you might want a tiebreaker, Jordan.
I feel a little bit silly because, like, we're only 2 games in, 2 races in, but there's 3 players tied for essentially for 2nd place right now. So it's again just something that.
Oh, Switch OLEDs, bro. Switch OLED model. Wow, why? Internet?
He's in a good spot given that.
I've seen them using internet.
Race number 1. And as a result, sitting in 2nd at the moment. But plenty of time still to cause a bit of a ruckus.
Oh, yeah, 100%. There's still plenty of races to go. We're 2 down. We've got 10 more left to go.
Yeah, they've got their own monitor.
We'll be jumping into our next track here as well. It looks like it is the Ice Outpost. We'll see who's going to start this breakaway lead once again, Jordan. It feels like we've had the same consistent kind of
11 races.
Trying to get themselves off to an early lead and to try and hold on to that play off the back of some of
12 races.
Taking out the front runner. You obviously don't want to be in 1st for the majority of it. You want to try and snake that lead when you get towards that third and final lap. And as you can see here with the Ice Outpost, there's a lot of these different little areas you can start to go towards, a lot of these little shortcuts. Hendrix there, nice little green shell to be able to get themselves in the second, but Panda is the one in the lead so far, has a small little lead as well, so have to try and hold on to that for the remaining couple of laps.
Green shell for the defense once again is always going to be a nice little bonus, and there's another shortcut being taken. Hendrix to follow suit, but look at that gap already starting to build. It is massive. That might be about the biggest gap we've actually had on lap 1 out of our first 3 races so far. Yeah,
you can see Panda's really starting to abuse a lot of the glider mechanics as well, right? You know, you get a little bit more of that momentum going sideways instead of going straight on, utilizing a whole lot of these shortcuts on this Ice Outpost. So Panda is really starting to take a massive lead, and as you can see, they're getting themselves through this almost final corner, going in towards the end of this second lap and going into that third and final one, where at this point, it's all about can anybody catch Panda, and maybe just a race for second.
I don't think anyone's going to be able to catch Panda at this point. Like, how? How on earth are you going to... It's almost half a lap. In fact, they're only just now starting their third lap. The rest of the pack, and, well, Panda's nearly halfway through. There's a blue shell chasing them down, but I'm just not sure that that is going to give enough of resurgence for essentially what we will call the chase pack to catch up.
Yeah, it was a big enough lead that Panda doesn't have to...
Whoever wins, I'll use the combo in my next... time I play Mario Kart, I'll use that combo. Whoever wins.
It's going to be all too hard, so Panda will be the outright leader here and the winner of the Ice Outpost, but it will be a fight for that second, third, and fourth spot, which is all going to be important when it comes to those final remaining members. Just before the line, Panda gets in, we'll be able to get the finish as well, and a few more of these members come in and claim the rest of the points.
Yeah, absolute dominance from Panda in that one, and I believe Panda was one of the players that was sitting in that second tiebreaker situation.
Yes.
So with that win, depending on where Commander Fox was sitting on the leaderboard after that race, maybe we have a new leader on the overall leaderboard. But wow, what a race from Panda. I think, again, like I said, that was probably the most impressive race. You sometimes get in those kinds of situations though, don't you?
Yeah.
Where you sort of break away from the pack and then everyone's kind of jostling for position and kind of ruining each other's races, and then you're out sort of scot-free, and yeah, okay, someone might be able to get a blue shell here and there, and that can slow you down a little bit, but by and large, you're not getting hit by the green shells, the red shells quite so much, and you're not getting booped into the wall or anything like that.
I feel like Panda's gonna win.
Your own race and, essentially time trial, right? Which is
Wait. Can you show me the standings? Show me the standings, bro.
Kind of given your own race, and you're just
Do I have to do a clip?
they're fighting each other for positioning, jostling for position.
Here we go. Panda's gonna win, I'm pretty sure. Because that massive lead shot. That massive lead, bro.
Hefty lead after game 3.
Yeah, 6-point lead now for Panda. Shad, though, is still nipping at their heels, being close here on 28. I think Shad has been quite consistent across quite a lot of these
Turning it up.
race finishes, so that's going to be something we're going to keep our...
While we're waiting for the next race, chat.
Yeah, just circling back to your point, right? When
You guys can listen to that as well, but we're also going to be playing Mario. I've got a video idea
in the chase pack are going to be jostling for position, using a lot of those power-ups for themselves, but if you're in such
for this controller in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, when they normally use these ones, because I don't know why you need X and Y, so I normally play...
It didn't even matter.
Yeah, exactly.
I've got a video idea for this. It will be coming out the week. I have not filmed or edited it. I haven't edited my latest video.
Be the best on the park, it seems.
I'm not sure it's going to be quite so easy to have an uncontested race like that.
Oh, we're starting.
Number 4,
Oh!
Royal Raceway.
No!
We're 1/3
This one
of the way
sucks.
through once we finish this race.
That's when we could potentially be starting to separate some of this pack as well. Maybe some of the players really need to start getting themselves towards that top 4 more consistently and try and have a chance at the end of the day. But so far,
Damn!
in that second position, Panda so far has been...
I told you, Panda's gonna win.
Really tried
If Panda does not win this...
take a massive lead. I think the biggest thing with Ice
Chat.
Outpost was there was quite a lot
If
of
Panda
shots
does
down
not win
there.
this...
Once again,
Wait, no. If Panda wins this,
goes in, Byron
I will
chases
shout
the
out
inside, gets into the
one
first
of you.
spot, now has the red shell on the back, can throw that
So,
into some of these races that are trying
alright,
to
chat,
fight
chat,
through
chat.
these
I'm taking my headphones off this
towards the final
sentence.
straight at the finish line.
Just does get slowed up a little bit, but still holding on to first for the moment. Look at how close this...
Alright, we're muting it for a second, chat. If Panda does not win the whole competition on this stream, on the AU part, I will shout one of you out. Yep, all you have to do is follow my Twitter, and I'll shout one of you out. Yes, and John Cena does not count as a follower, so you actually have a chance if I shout out. I will shout out any links in your bio. So I'll say, I'll shout you out on my next stream. So yeah.
With this so far, so unfortunately for Vike,
If Panda does not win,
what's
chat saying? What's chat saying? I want to see chat.
Onto the wall, a little bit unfortunate from the drift, but still well within touching distance of the top racer in Byron right now.
Panda.
Heading into the final lap. And about halfway through, Byron holding on to first at the moment, has again the defense of the banana in the back pocket. But it is so close, there's so many players holding on for that.
Oh, he's in 6.
And now, right now, we see the Byron comes in that first spot, but everybody was jostling for position when it comes to those little inside tracks and a lot of those corners, and it was a race at that point as well, and Byron
Panda's doing fun!
will be able to put themselves very, very high up to the overall leaderboard, but once again, Panda, our previous racer, was able to get in towards that top 3, so it means there's going to be a lot of points on offer for them going in towards the remainder of this championship, and that was a very, very tight race.
What the... I know... Hang on a second. Why the hell is Domino? Why the hell does WWE stream on Twitch?
You are starting to see. We'll take a look at the overall standings right here. Panda on 42, still holding on into first place, and you know I'm kind of looking at some of those players maybe that are below. Say,
what's happening in on?
Overall,
I'm checking if they're streaming it.
Find themselves a win or a second place in the next couple of races. If they want to remain inside that conversation, even let's just take Vike
let's see.
BLJ. By the way, BLJ won a race already, so hasn't been having such a great time in the other 3. But if either of them were to win the next race, they go up to 39, and even then they're still going to take first in the overall standings. So, bit of a job to be done from the players in the bottom half of the standings at the moment.
Yeah, 100%. Seems like there's a lot of people that are super amped in the crowd.
Fine, we can watch a furry.
Amazing. Thank you, my fam.
Good little joke there, Jordan.
You can watch a furry or you can watch this. Packs. That's basically what's...
You know, circling back to
Why am I streaming at a low quality? Let me see how my 720p looks. 720p looks fine. Not streaming that in game.
At some point, you're going to start to look at the players like Panda who are sitting on almost...
I support you! Panda for the win! Because I don't want to shout one of you, you little...
Really starting to look towards those couple of
yes, I'm not, and I'm choosing, I'm thinking about who I want to shout out. You all have a choice, but I might shout out your YouTube channel instead. This person said they're going to beat me in sub counts, but guess what? They don't even have like, yeah. I'm stuck here, not hitting 600. So help me out, bro.
Yeah, hasn't really been able to make that massive breakaway just yet, but you know, Mount Warrior being one of those tracks as well that is very treacherous when it comes to a lot of these different shortcuts, a lot of these different routes you can go to. You know, you're able to hit a lot of these boost pads. Sometimes you may just miss it ever so slightly, running towards the water, slow down just a little bit too much. And who knows, with a lot of these power-ups, this pack could really start to clump up together once again. We can see all the way from basically second.
No!
Everybody
come on, boy!
Yeah, that is painful, isn't it? Look at Byron, he's gone from, I don't know where was he, but second place maybe all the way back.
Who's he?
Something like that. So, as you say, Luke, it is very tight toward the middle of the pack, though. What I am seeing on the minimap there is that Panda has sort of pushed out in front. You know, again, not too significantly, but enough to maybe have a conversation that there is a blue shell popping right now, and that is going to allow the opportunity for Ultra Pichu to maybe catch back up. Triple red shell as well is going to be fantastic. And Ultra Pichu now into first place as we're on the downhill stretch for race number 5.
Season Teddy Monkey.
Ultra Pichu, who was unfortunately
Yoshi bite.
that are needing
It's
points
a good.
badly here. Needs to get
Whoever wins, I'll use that combo.
Comes in, the red shell, Fox is gonna come in.
And I'll do the shout out now so I can confirm. Wait, if he's in second place or lower on the map.
Victories now for
Oh!
Going in towards those tiebreakers, Jordan, they're sitting nice and pretty.
Yeah, that's one of those situations where when the race is as tight as it is, it's never really possible to actually call the winner until someone actually gets over the line. Because they really were only a couple of meters away from finishing that one off in first, but that red shell comes through and actually very quickly dropped back 2 places, went and finished up in third. So you were talking about it pretty much that whole race, how tight that pack was, and very much evidenced by what we got to see there. But yeah, Runner Fox, 2 dubs.
Yeah.
Race number 2 and race number 5. It's a good way to start the day. Still not halfway through yet with the Mario Kart AUNZ Championship for 2023. But we're getting there.
We definitely are. We're starting to see some names consistently be towards that top 5. You know, Shad was there quite a lot. Panda was leading that pack for the majority of that game. And you can just see, as we've already touched on, the fact that when these packs are extremely close, it is very, very hard to try and call the winner. You can see here Panda just getting lapped there by Ultra Pichu, ever so close. You can see the finish line, and Commander Fox just comes through. Shad slides in on the side as well. And unfortunately for Ultra Pichu, doesn't get the dub this time around, but does get some points. Gets them off the bottom now. Now they're going to be tied up with BLJ. Commander Fox, 47 points, back in on top of the overall standings. Unfortunately for Panda, didn't get the win this time around, but still was consistent in that.
He needs the win mark. He needs the win mark. Panda needs the win mark.
It is a 5-point difference. First to third, I should say, is a 5-point difference. You get 15 from first, 10 from third. That 5 points really made a big difference. That would have gone in 6th place or 7th place, but still got a bit of work
We do. There's a lot of work for a lot of these players. Still is anybody's championship. Nobody really has made a massive breakaway when it comes to the overall points as well, right, Jordan? It felt like basically 1 through to 5 was within maybe like 10 points of each other. So definitely within touching distance. All it takes is to just kind of have one of those disaster tracks. Feel like you're in first and you can drop all the way down to 12th and you only get 1 point, and then maybe one of your competitors gets that win. And then they streak 14 points past you, and it is oh so hard to try and make that up, especially when we start getting towards track 11, track 12, when things really start to get dire for some of these races. As we can see, we're in our 6th track this time around. It is going to be Mario Circuit. The namesake this
Come on!
People just getting themselves into the back part of the pack, seeing if they can try and get themselves more of these power-ups and try and play from the back of the pack. But one that wants to try and play from the front of the pack is Ultra Pichu, who fortunately didn't get the dub last time around.
Yeah, Mario Circuit, El Clasico, isn't it? Really has been around a while, but obviously lots of changes over the years. Good to see it back again.
I'm gonna grab some food. I'll be right back after this quick little thing. I'll let you keep watching this until I'm at the restart. Pause this on. I'll be right back. I'll be back in about 2 minutes. Chat behind yourself.
Points that you do potentially miss out on if that happens at an inopportune time. I think for me at the moment, I got to say though, Luke, I'm watching all these players toward the top of the pack, and consistently I am seeing Panda out in front. So my general feeling is that Panda might actually be one of the strongest players here today. I know that's not necessarily reflected by the scoreboard, given that they're not in first at the moment, but just in terms of what I'm seeing with the eye test, Panda's leading from the front a lot of the times, and inevitably you put yourself in that position more often than not, you're going to be able to get the dubs.
Yeah, 100%. And, you know, we even touched on it at the top of the show. If you consistently get yourself into that top 5, that's when the points will continue to just keep rolling forward and just continue to get yourself more and more of those points. When it comes to crunch time with track 11 and track 12, all it takes is maybe even just getting yourself into the top 8 and all the pressure is off. So Panda, once again, will continue to keep this streak going, but now the blue shell's coming in as well.
Damn!
The blue shell hit just after the finish.
Panda, 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 Panda.
Yeah, I wonder if that blue shell had it come through half a second earlier would have made a difference actually, and caused Panda to miss out on the first place in that race. But hey, as we've said, obviously getting those wins on the board is always fantastic, and now we've got two winners that have got 2 wins. Commander Fox and Panda both have got a couple of dubs in the back pocket, and talk about breakaways in the overall,
Panda, right?
that is very much what we're now going to start to expect to see. I think those two, as is obviously evidenced by the leaderboard itself as well, have been the most consistent racers today so far, and halfway through the competition between themselves, they've won 2/3 of the races.
Yeah, which is kind of crazy when you look at the competition field that we have here for the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe AU&NZ Championships in 2023. 12 of the best races from AU&NZ being brought together here at the PAX Arena at PAX Australia. And you can see the blue shell just wasn't able to hit its target on time. If that was able to come in just a little bit earlier there, then maybe Panda starts to spin out. And you can see some of these competitors really start to chime in and take over. And once again, Panda will be back on top. 2 wins underneath their belt, as you should say. Commander Fox drops down a little bit there, only scoring a few points out of that 6th track. And now with a 6-point lead from 2nd and 11 points from 3rd. Panda is starting to streak away here, Jordan, when we're getting over the halfway point of these tracks, going to track number 7 of Bone Dry Dunes. It's going to be interesting to see whether or not Panda will be able to consistently get a top 4. I think from here on out, if you're just aiming for top 4 each time as Panda, you're probably going to be seeing yourself at least in a podium position.
Yeah, certainly. And I just think the way that Panda has been going about it, the strategy sort of leans itself towards that sort of a result where you're, I would say, very unlikely to drop below the first half of the pack in any given race, because Panda's always out in front pretty early on in the piece, even if there is some sort of minor mishap. Yeah, let's say a red shell or a blue shell comes through right on the finish line, you're still going to end up in 3rd or 4th or something like that, worst case scenario. Bone Dry Dunes though, off we go into the latter half of the races. Race number 7. And who is out in front at this point? It is Chad, who was in 2nd place overall for the leaderboard. So that is definitely a conversation to be had. We haven't been talking about Chad too much. I feel like they've been flying under the radar a little bit. No wins yet. Maybe this is the race though.
Definitely plodding away when it comes to staying in that top 4 has Shad. And right now, so far, Panda has been the racer to watch, and they've been doing a really good job at trying to keep this pack nice and consistent. Shad, though, definitely has Byron on their heels right now, so has to be careful going through this cave little area. You don't want to run into any of those little bone boys. You don't want to get yourself hit, especially when you've got things like the red shell coming your way here from Byron, who will take that pole position with the 2nd lap underway as well. This pack, this top 4 pack, Jordan, is still nice and tight. Panda just behind Old Tapichu here in that 5th spot. Nice little red shell once again gets themselves into 3rd. Hendrix though still biting at the heels.
And we haven't seen any pro. I'll be the first pro Mario Kart.
Our leader is really starting to streak away here.
I have a
Byron has
black
been completely
line.
untouched for the majority of this lap.
No, I really don't.
Though, so we still got one more to go.
I'm just gonna open up a new screen.
Plenty of time to catch back up.
So you may see this for a second.
Larger and larger.
Cause I need to see.
Probably
I'm
still.
doing Google search for your chat.
There is a blue shell though that's going to be brought into the mix, and that is going to swing Byron back a peg. In fact, it's Panda now into that 1st slot.
Seems like speak about them and they shall appear. Panda never.
Bro,
goes
where the
away
hell
from
am I
these
typing?
races as well, always just biding their time to try and get towards that pole position in that final lap. That's exactly what Panda has done this time around, though. You can see Byron holding on to that mushroom, trying to utilize some of this boost in some of these opportune areas. But Hendrix in front with that banana peel. It's going to be hard to try and play around with that. Looking once again,
N46,
3 racer track that's really getting into the later stages, but Panda is going to go up and around the corner, going to get another win under their belt. 2nd place is going to go to Hendrix as well, so Hendrix starting to get some points on the board for Panda. That's 2 in a row, Jordan.
Back to back for Panda. The cannot be stopped at this point.
They let you use any controller in a tournament. If they let you use any controller, if you can bring in a controller, get searched by the professionals to see there's no hacks in it.
The wins going the way of Panda. We'll have to wait and see what is going to come on Ribbon Road, which will be our next course. But for now, it certainly seems like it's all about Panda, and we're going to see that storyline develop. Look, still 5 races to go, still anybody's game, but I think we're very much starting to find a bit of an idea as to who might be that player that's going to go overseas and represent.
Right, I'm just going to mute this for a second. You can have another one here. I might have another one here. Read the... You have to when you're back for that.
Get yourself some of those power-ups and try and send them towards the golden Yoshi that seems to almost always be in front. And at this point, once the leaderboard comes up, you can see that there is going to be a big point lead now for Panda. Look at this, Jordan, 15-point lead. That means a whole win ahead of the next racer in Shad. So Panda in a beautiful position to win this one.
Yeah, certainly. I mean, it really does come down to probably those players in the top 4 at the moment. Shad, Commander Fox, Hendrix. Maybe you can still make an argument for Byron and Snortle if they can win the next race. They'll be back within striking distance, but who is going to stop this reign of terror from Panda, who just seems so dominant today? Looking for that very trophy. It's not too far away now, 5 races to go. Feels like it's within grasping distance for Panda, but
I'm just reading an
not
article.
the end of the chapter yet. Oh, there's still some story.
I'm just doing.
Will there be a twist and a turn, or is it going to be the fairy tale finish for Panda?
That's the real question, Jordan, especially as we're getting into our 8th track here as well. All it takes is Panda to have maybe 1 or 2 bad tracks, and maybe some of these players that are in the top 4 to start to close that gap. But as we said, 15-point lead right now for Panda. The Golden Yoshi, everybody's eyes are upon them. They cannot stare away from their champion so far. And once again, Panda out in front here. Another pack starts to form with a 2 through to 4.
Panda
is going to be in there. BLJ is going to be in there as well. See a lot of these other players is jostling for position when these first power-ups come in off that first straight. I want to try and see who gets the good ones. Maybe you get an extra bit of boost. Maybe you get a nice little shell, Jordan. You can start to send some of those players away from you. Yeah, I like that we're getting some vision of Vike there, who was sitting, Shad, I would say, that was sitting in 12th place. Shad was one of the players that we highlighted and said had to have a good race here to potentially catch Panda. Well, certainly hasn't started that way, and Panda, ever consistent, goes through to the second lap in first place, building up a bit of a lead as well as we speak. That gap is growing. It definitely is, especially with that green shell, a little bit of protection there coming in for the front runner in Panda. Now with the Inkling going in, loses a little bit of that visibility for a lot of these races as well. You see this 3rd through the 5th is going to be a very, very tight race, but Panda finally starting to eke forward, goes through that shortcut once again here, over the blocks, over the towers, and we'll just start to cut through this. Too clean. And we'll just continue to increase their lead here, Jordan, and unfortunately for a lot of these other races, it feels like they have to do so much more just to catch up to Panda. I don't think they're catching up. I think they're actually losing ground at the moment into the 3rd and final lap, and this is definitely looking like it could be a hat trick on offer, ladies and gentlemen. Panda well and truly out in front. The blue shell will come through. I don't know if it will do quite enough to close the distance, and Panda is looking for 3 in a row right now. Once again, Jordan, we're going to go through a lot of these shortcuts here. Panda, they are within sight from Tyson78, who wants to try and stop this reign of terror of Panda with the red shell. This might be what they need in that.
You know what?
You need to get around the corner. You need to try and get.
I should be watching this. I'm the one reacting, bro.
He's done it. The finish line is in sight, and Panda with the 3-peat, the hat trick here. At the Mario Kart AAU and NZ Championship for 2023, Panda will streak ahead once again on the leaderboard. And Jordan, who's going to
Panda.
I don't think anyone is. I tell you what, if Panda invited me over to play some Mario Kart, I don't think I would be accepting that one, because it might not be a very fun day for me. I pity their friends, you know what I mean? Like, you all want to go over and have a good time and win some games, but not much of a chance when you're going up against the player who might well be the best Mario Kart player in AU and NZ. I know a lot of people try and coin that title for themselves in a lot of their own friend groups, like I am the best Mario Kart player in this country and in New Zealand, but Panda already has one hand on the trophy at this point and really starting to flex their muscles as well. As you said, going through a lot of those shortcuts, a lot of those drifts are just so clean. The way they move around with the glider as well, and just being able to take the tightest corners, not have to slow down. The drifts are on point, the boosts are on point as well, and really just starting to open up that lead. And it feels like right now that if Panda doesn't get dealt with in the first 1 to 2 laps and really puts them behind, it just feels like they're going to streak ahead and they're just going to consistently keep.
But I really want to play some Mario Kart.
These power-ups are all important.
So,
Everybody is
what I'm going to do, I'm going to react to the rest of it. Reacted to it for an hour, bro. I'm going to finish the reaction.
Choice, you don't get to choose that you're going to get the blue shell. You just get the blue shell. And ultimately, we're seeing maybe 1 or 2 blue shells throughout any given race, but doesn't seem to be enough. Panda just way too consistent. 3 in a row increases that gap. It was 15 after the last race. Now it's 26. So that is just getting almost impossible to catch up. Look, we've still got 4 races to go. I think mathematically, yeah, there's still an argument to be made that someone could.
What did he say?
But if things continue in the fashion that they have been over the last few.
No. What did he say? How many races?
Maybe 1 or 2 blue shells throughout any given race, but
Listen to it.
be enough. Panda just way too consistent. 3 in a row increases that gap. It was 15 after the last race. Now it's 26. So that is just getting almost impossible to catch up. Look, we've still got 4 races to go. I think mathematically, yeah, there's still an argument.
I don't need to make a clip, bro. Bro, Nintendo Australia has to overtake PewDiePie in views, bro. In views, bro. In views. In views. Out of curiosity, I will go back to the stream in a second. If I go to sort by high-low. Who the hell is Race Fire? Why didn't you have more viewers? I've heard of him. I'll give him a follow on Twitch. You know what? Nah, he does not deserve follow for overtaking Twitch. YouTube. I've got to unmute it.
When they go past them, speaking of the man of the hour, here is Panda, hits into the wall, and Panda now will fall back into
There's a few races left, chat, and then we'll end stream. I'm just gonna say one thing. Let me mute. Let me mute it. Right after this, I'm just gonna click the end button. So as soon as this ends, thank you guys for watching stream. So as soon as this ends, I will be ending stream. If you want to check out my actual stream for the day, go to youtube.com, bro. Go to, you want to see my actual stream for the day? Go to youtube.com at MrHarryHD /stream. And then watch Back from Pack, streamed 3 hours ago. You want to watch it? Watch it, that one. And this. Also, Nintendo Directs and such and such. Any reaction stuff is gonna be done on YouTube. And from 7 days ago, I have done this. I am going to keep doing this. I am not leaving YouTube streaming again. YouTube's just...
With only a few tracks left remaining, we've only got 3 tracks to go. This is where you're starting to see maybe some of these other races. If you're there on the Shroom Ridge, you run into some of these obstacles that are floating around on these tracks. You can drop all the way down to...
Monkey says to subscribe, bro.
These competitors that are hovering around and biting at your heels, they get the win. This gap will start to close.
It will start to close, but...
Monkey says subscribe. This monkey says subscribe. So subscribe.
Just want to get it into a position where if you theoretically get a win and maybe Panda theoretically gets a poorer result, you could overtake them. But right now, that's need to do more work going into races 10 and 11.
Yeah, 100%. There is definitely still a lot of these races, and right now, once we get this leaderboard on your screens, you're going to be able to see what Commander Fox has been able to do to that leaderboard, the damage they've been able to do, and how much of that lead Panda still will have. There's 26 points, -2, and now it's down to 17 here, Jordan. It is starting to get well within touching distance, but that is still a whole track above.
How many ranks left?
Has here, so Panda still with that 17-point lead is going to be hard to catch. And We've only got 3 tracks left remaining, so basically...
3 tracks remaining, chat. 3 laps remaining. And then I'm ending stream.
Almost impossible to catch at that point.
Almost, but not impossible. Almost is different. So look, let's just hold on to that as a possibility. Looks like we will be heading in fairly shortly.
It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There must be more on the other side.
To a Waluigi pinball. That is my favorite.
I was going to say, you're getting pretty nostalgic now, aren't you, Jordan?
Mate, this was the time trial map at PAX 2013. So a lot of fun memories for me on this one. And let's see how the race goes. Obviously, you get shot out of the pinball machine to start the race off.
And let's see if some of these players can pinball their way up towards the upper echelon of the standings, or whether or not Panda will continue to keep this lead going. Speaking of, in second place at this moment, Commander Fox all the way down in 10th. Not the start that they would like, but still plenty of Mario Kart to race here as well. Got Damien now sitting in 7th, Tom sitting in that 5th spot.
Come on, Panda, 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 Panda. Bruh.
Is starting to just get in front, get that lead.
Bro,
Exactly
starting?
where they like to race from, right, Jordan? Race from
Hey, yo.
just constantly try and use a
Nah.
lot of to keep themselves
He's not
in that
starting.
race, trying to extend it as much as they possibly can.
What the hell are the commentators talking about, bro?
You know what I really
What
like
the
about
hell
this
are the
corner?
commentators
The corners flow
talking
really
about?
nicely, particularly when you're going down the
What the
straight
hell are
route
the
to get
commentators
to
talking about?
drift smoothly. You can get some almost perfect boosts around the corners. And
What the hell are the commentators talking about?
Because it does take a little bit of, you know, a small margin of error, but not a whole lot to play with. Obviously,
Hey, yo! I don't know what I'm talking about, bro. I have a streaming yeah. Stream on Wednesday. Next stream's on Wednesday. So make sure you join us.
Byron's there as well.
And then I
Now,
have
Jordan, going into this third and final lap.
I
We'll
need
talk about the
tournament
fact that Panda,
streams.
they want to try and
I have
get
a
themselves into
schedule
these
put
top
out
threes.
without
They
time,
get
bro.
another track victory.
The
That'll be
time
massive
between
for Panda to
2
kind of lock
B.
this one in. Now with the inks going in, it's going to be hard to
Confirmed.
try and
To
sneak up
be
with a lot of
seen.
these drifts going
To be
forward.
seen. To be
This is
confirmed.
where it really
I'll
tests
make
a
it
lot of
soon.
mechanical
So make
skills
sure
for a lot of
on
these players.
Wednesday,
Keep these corners as smooth as possible. Try and
Saturday,
lose all of that speed. Panda, though, gets hit by
Sunday,
one of those little fireballs, so drops all the way down in a third as well. Byron still starting to lead out.
GBC.
We go into the final straight. We've only got 2 corners left to go. Who's got the power-ups? Who's got all the special stuff?
We'll send it all
Byron
as
tries to go
tripping
to the
confirmed.
left-hand side of the pinball machine, but it's Byron.
But Saturday will be like 10 and 11.
We'll
We'll be like,
for a track victory, and in second
unless we have to
is
do
going
something.
to be Bike, and then it will be Panda. So Panda will be able to at least finish in this top 3, Jordan. But finally, some more players are getting these dubs.
Yeah, certainly, but again, look, as we were talking about, I know it's been pretty much a Panda show, but that's just how it's going to be when you see someone toward the top end so often holding on to a 3rd place. It's going to keep that scoreboard ticking over, and that's really what is required at this point in time. After you put 3 wins together back-to-back.
there's 2 races left, chat, and I'm gonna eat lunch, bro. Eat my lunch, bro.
So it's a good dub for Byron. We'll have to have a look when we do get into the overall leaderboard as to whether or not that is going to put them within striking distance, though.
Yeah, that's very true. Our 2 front runners in the 2nd spot were Shad as well as Amanda Fox, and not quite sure where they finished up on Waluigi Pinball, so potentially you could be looking at this lead extending once again here, Jordan. Obviously getting the track victory is exactly what you want for a lot of these competitors trying to get themselves into the podium, trying to chase down the front runner in Panda, who, much like the way that they are playing Mario Kart, likes to lead from the front. And this is a competition that is starting to heat up. We've only got 2 tracks left remaining as well, ladies and gentlemen, so we're getting towards the pointy end of this championship, and at this point you really need to start to pull out your best business if you want to try and take down some of these competitors that are racing so consistently well. I think that's the biggest thing for me, is we've got a lot of
Panda.
consistently strong across a lot of these.
People trying to race Brian, my own win. My own.
Out
Mine,
now, once
mine
again, 19-point
win.
lead for them.
He ain't gonna win.
Been able
He ain't
to
gonna
get
win.
themselves into
Crap.
outright second. Chad is still 2 points behind that, with Byron in 4th, 1 point behind 3rd spot. So still anybody's game in the rest of that pack there, Jordan, but obviously Panda being the front runner with that 19-point lead is I think as long as, you know, as we said, as long as they're getting themselves in the upper half of a lot of these finishes, then they're definitely in the best classes.
Yeah, it is really going to come down to these last two races. We're going to need to see Panda have a rough one in the penultimate race, race number 11. If there's to be any conversation about anyone overtaking them.
Squeaky cleans for the final.
All eyes on that top of the pack. And in particular, Panda.
I think this is...
Start off in third for this race.
Seems like early on,
Race.
Byron will try and beat in that front running.
2 on 1. There's one race. Oh,
Like I
hello!
said, Byron, Commander Fox,
Mega Man. What's up, Mega Man?
where everybody is gonna
What's
be.
up, Mega Man?
Track winner BLJ is off
W
the
Mega
field.
Man.
Really wants to try and lead the pack from the front on that moment.
We are Mega Man in stream. We are Mega Man.
Fight for their position in this pack, trying to get them.
We are Mega Man in
Chase
stream.
as well. Shad out to it.
Mega Man.
BLJ still in
How is the Mega Man series going?
getting ourselves into these final couple of corners going in.
How's the Mega Man series going?
BLJ looking pretty consistent at the moment, but again, guess who's in
Jane.
first place right now? It is
Pan-
Panda.
Boom.
Bad news for everyone else. Panda's thinking about that
Yeah.
spot at the World Championship at Nintendo Live Tokyo 2024 as we go through this second lap. Can taste it, can see it definitely on offer. The trophy as well sitting in front of them as they race.
They're just eyeing it off in the corner of their eye, Jordan. It is definitely within eyesight of Panda, and now almost within reaching distance as well. Hendricks here in their sixth pack, but it's
Come
like
on.
a breakaway.
Come on, Panda.
Get that extra boost off
Come
the
on,
ball.
Panda.
Our first winner of our first track on Rainbow Road is now just slightly in front of Panda. They do
Come on, Panda.
run with this well, getting bounced off of the tap means they go in the first spot. We only have one lap
Panda.
remaining here for Panda to try and close this one out. BLJ will try and do their best off the back
Panda.
of the mushrooms.
Panda.
Half a lap to go.
Panda.
To first place.
The blue shell's coming, Jordan.
Well, I ain't betting anything on when we aren't betting here. Come on, Panda.
Blue shell. Oh dear.
Come on, Panda.
Panda though, suffering under the consequences of that. I think it might have been a red shell coming straight on through again, down into
Damn.
fourth place. Is that
Damn.
to hold on to an
There's like one race left, I
unbelievable
believe, after
lead
this.
right here. Shad will definitely close the distance if they can hold on to first.
Damn.
Two. Hang on a second, there might still be a conversation to be had right now.
It's
Come on.
tight here, ladies and gentlemen. This gap has been closed. It is well within touching distance going into our final track of the series.
Final track.
Panda and Shad, they can see this championship. They can see the World Championship at Nintendo Live in Tokyo 2024. They can see the trophy as well, Jordan. It is getting spicy here for our final track.
I just wonder if Shad has done enough with that win. Is that going to be enough? Or
At the
is
end
the
of
lead
the
still
day,
going to be unassailable?
when we get the leaderboard, we should be able to see what the point lead is going to be, but you know, all it takes is one
Come on.
track from Panda. Maybe you finish in 12th. You only get 1 point.
It's
Shad
possible.
gets
This is
another,
replay.
That's 15
Oh,
points.
alright.
That's that 14-point lead that will swing in your favor.
That's what we're going to be looking for, though. Is it 14 or is it less? Right? If it's any more than 14, it's not going to be a situation that you can overcome, unfortunately, in one race. So we're just kind of waiting to see what that leaderboard looks like. And that's what I'm talking about right there. That moment where the blue shell hits Panda, but it also hits BLJ. That could have been BLJ straight off into first place, but didn't recognize maybe that there was a blue shell coming through, was just hitting the tires of Panda and ultimately got caught in the crossfire collateral damage, really. And
Come on, Panda.
15 points. So no one
Just
can catch Panda.
outside of
Panda's won.
all it would have taken.
Panda's
was an
won.
extra point floating
There's
here
one
or
race
there.
left, but Panda's won.
Panda will be well within touching distance of that trophy. One hand on it already with that 15-point lead. We still get to play out the Sydney Sprint, ladies
We
and
do,
gentlemen.
we
We
do.
still get to jump into the track.
It's a victory lap, though, more than anything else,
Definitely
isn't it?
it is. It's going to be Panda flexing their muscles on the Sydney Sprint. So consistent racer, being able to constantly
Sydney
get a lot of
Sprint.
these
I
guys.
think
Panda
that's
is
what
able
they're
to
doing.
Win that World's Championship, and we'll get in all the hoo-ha and the celebration once this final track is done, with the celebration of Mario Kart as well in this AU and NZ Championship. We want to see the racers do their best here on the Sydney Sprint. Finishing it off in Australia is always nice.
Found peace on what, Mega Man?
Into this final track, and I mean, there's just
Found peace on
a lot of
what?
great tracks, a lot of great races from a lot of these races all throughout, and
Found peace on
now
what?
for Shad, it is just out of touching distance, and we will get into the Sydney Sprint here, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see who's going to come out on top. Let's see what they can do here in this final track of the Mario Kart 8 AU and NZ Championship.
Yeah, Shad leading from the front, wanting to deny that victory lap from Panda, but of course still...
Panda's definitely won this. Come on, Panda.
Panda is third.
Come on.
Unfortunately, down is 12th at the moment, not going to have the final race that they are looking for at the moment.
Yeah, he's got like 109 points.
We are only into the first lap, racing around the Sydney streets.
We're just getting ourselves all through a lot of these corners, just getting
Got 109 points.
the rhythms of the map as well.
come
of
on.
the feature, the fan favorite. Neil trying to get themselves in towards that upper echelon. Snortle though cops one of these shells. Now will be able to throw out these pesky little fireballs, just trying to fuck about as much as they possibly can. Byron in 5th place now does have one of these motions to try and get themselves out of this corner with a nice little boost as well. But you can see,
Come on.
your champion in Panda out to a sprint.
Come on.
of the Sydney Sprint. That red shell is coming in, doesn't connect onto Panda. He's able to sprint away from that with some drifts, and Tom is trying to fight for that 3rd spot, but the shell hits him instead.
I think he's fighting for much more than, or much less than the 3rd spot at the moment, struggling definitely. Commander Fox now leading out in front of Panda, not by a huge margin. Does have one boost available though off the mushroom. So
Yeah, Mega Man. Why you don't want to get copyrighted?
that's just going to be salvaged as the boost comes through to save the day. But we're about to be into that final lap. Panda in 1st place. Ladies
Come on, Panda.
Make some noise for Panda on the victory lap. Out in 1st place for the overall scoreboard and in 1st place for the final race as well.
Come on, Panda.
By Shad, but holding on to it for the moment, Luke, and I think this might well be the sweetest of victories.
It definitely will be, especially being able to capitalize it and finish it off with a win on the final track here. The championship took all day for Panda to be able to put their hand on the trophy, and now, as Jordan did say, the victory lap. Panda here in 2nd. Shad wants to get it on their side. It's the red shell to finish it off as well. Panda is
What's the final score?
left, right, and center. They eventually will finish in 6th. But it's a little bit of sweet, Jordan, because at the end of the day...
Wait, show us the final score.
Here for the AU and NZ Championship. It is a very, very
Sure.
exciting day. 12 great tracks from Panda. Shad was oh so close, finishing it off there in 1st with a 6 from Panda. Unfortunately, the gap was unclosable. And at the end of the day, Panda holds on.
Yeah, indeed, a stoic effort.
Panda won.
They really did make it look pretty close. There was, there was almost a world, right? Had Shad been able to maybe find another 1 or 2 placings in some of those earlier races, were they able to win maybe, where they came 2nd, something like that, then we might have been in a world actually where that 1st or 2nd place difference actually makes a difference toward the back end. But unfortunately not the case for Shad, unfortunately the case for Panda. But it is like we said, right? If you want to win today, if you do want
Pretty sure Panda won. He had 109 points. Okay, 12 for 2nd place.
to get some wins on the board, and that is exactly what Panda did.
He definitely won because you get 12 for 2nd place.
Able to win, what, 4 out of the 12 tracks,
5.
Jordan? 5 out of the 12 tracks, so that is well over a 1/3. So the fact that, as you said, Panda was able to be so consistent, I think in even a lot of those tracks as well, Panda was finishing in that top 6 bare minimum. So
I don't think there was a situation below 6.
Yeah, I don't think there was. So that's a whole lot of points. You're seeing here 7 points finishing in 6th at the bare minimum, and it goes up by ticks until you get in towards that top 2. So Panda was just able to constantly keep racking up a lot of these points, and yeah, they're able to get, 3
Pretty sure Panda won, right?
victories, and that meant that lead was able to balloon out. But at the end of the day, going into that final track, it was uncatchable for these remaining races, and that meant that Panda was able to do whatever they did. And as you said, the victory lap around the city.
I have something on my screen.
Yeah, indeed, and Panda will be taking that spot at the World Championships. At
Let's go, Panda!
24.
Tom suffered.
Setting ourselves up on the stage for the award ceremony, the celebration, of course, as well.
Tom's in last.
Keen for that one.
I'm pretty sure Tom.
So I suppose than Panda at this point in time, but yeah, it was fun, Luke. I mean, look, obviously I haven't cast a lot of Mario Kart in my time, but I have obviously got fond memories of playing the game as I've grown up, and so it was really nice to kind of revisit it, especially after 10 years here at PAX Australia. It was one of the, as I said, one of the keynotes of me attending PAX back in 2013, and here we are 10 years later now with it on the stage, which is awesome.
Yeah, it definitely is, especially, you know, when I think a lot of people have very fond memories of Mario Kart. Now being able to see a celebration of the competitive side of it as well, be able to crown a champion here. So officially, let's go and have a look at the final standings here at the end of today. The Mario Kart AU and NZ
Pandas in first.
will be your champion.
Shant.
Commander Fox and Byron, though, that was a tiebreaker. There was a head-to-head tiebreaker that Commander Fox was able to come out on top. So
Yeah, Tom only got 54 points.
Consistent races as well, and going all
Oh,
down
because they
here
did
to
Splatoon first.
Pichu.
They did Splatoon first. I didn't watch the Splatoon. They did Splatoon first.
Certainly, and that's what I was talking
They
about,
did the
right? At the start of the day, I
Splatoon
was saying,
World
this
Cup
is a
Championships, then they can also do that
this
later
could be an easy one.
at
You might have
Nintendo
to
Live
go
Tokyo
back
2024.
The reality is
Something about that. They also
You're
announced
talking
that.
about players that have finished now in the bottom 6th, and they're within the top 12 players in A and Z, and they were still kind of styled on by Panda.
That's why you're saying it.
Was just far and away the most consistent racer. Chad, you know, just right up there with them, but not quite to the same extent. And those are the little inches that can kind of turn into
Panda with 116
They're
points.
going to run with it, and ultimately a victory comes through.
Yeah.
Which is pretty comfortable in the end, right? Could have done it in essentially could have done it in 11 races, and let everyone else run 12, and still would have won.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy when you look at it that way, when you go with the points differential. But I think, you know, Panda really being able to, the way that they played a lot of these tracks as well, the way that they raced.
Yeah, it does make sense.
Quite a lot. It was a pretty big target on their back, basically from about track 5 or 6, when they're able to just constantly be in towards that top 4, and they're still able to stand strong and be able to finish it off here as well. But how exciting is this, being able to see what Panda was able to do today here at the PAX Arena, and now be able to transition that into the World Championships at Nintendo Live Tokyo 2024. They've got plenty of time to be able to hone their extra skills, trying to get some more of those mechanical differences going forward, and this is what they're able to do here on a live arena. They've already got that experience, Jordan. I think that's the biggest thing going in towards the Worlds, is the fact that they have that live experience now at PAX Arena.
Yeah, that's definitely a factor, right? We always talk about it when we're talking about, you know, situations, circumstances like what we get a lot of the time at PAX Arena, where there's a lot of new players to a stage, right? In any
Why is there a car there? Why is there a car there? Chat, why is there a car there?
Audio, you've never heard all of the sounds and noises that come
Right there, there's a car right there. There's a car right here.
Affect your gameplay for better or for worse.
Someone's in a car.
Panda, maybe it affected them for the better, right?
Someone
Obviously what you
is
want to be
in a
but
car.
it won't be such a new circumstance.
Someone is in a car. Someone's coming out of the car.
And hopefully that's going to put
There's a car right there.
I suppose that's
Why is there a car right there?
with Panda, and we'll see what they've got to say about that kind of a result and the kind of circumstances that's led them to.
Yeah, exactly. You know, we're just trying to get ourselves prepared here for the winners ceremony, to try and get it prepared for everybody, especially our top 3 races as well, to really be able to give them the fanfare that they've deserved here across the entirety of today. But I think, Jordan, you know, all in all, you know, us jumping into this, you know, esport ourselves, you know, obviously we're not endemic directly towards Mario Kart, but it has been such a great tournament for us to be able to jump into. I think, you know, Mario Kart, at the end of the day, everybody's able to enjoy it here. You can see the amount of people that are still here at the PAX Arena try and enjoy Mario Kart 8, and it's just something that's able to easily digest and easily jump into. And I think Panda's really been able to display that there is still a lot of those niche mechanics that, you know, you and I have been able to see across multiple different esports, and be able to bring it into something as, you know, straightforward and simple as Mario Kart is a beautiful thing.
It's always fun to kind of see the differences between each iteration of Mario Kart. Of course, we're playing Mario Kart 8 Deluxe today. And as I said, going back to my day, I was starting off really on Mario Kart DS, and you can see how the game has changed and how things have sort of leveled up as we've gone through those different eras, I suppose. Even then, you know, you
Literally, there's a car playing a video. That car's playing a video. Why the hell is there a car?
When I started playing Mario Kart, and for the kids of today,
Why the hell is there a car?
In 10 years, looking at Mario Kart 8 Deluxe and saying, okay, well, I remember when I was sitting here in the crowd at PAX Australia, and maybe 10 years down the track, they're playing on the stage or something. You know, you never know what's going to come, right? A decade is a long time when it comes to video gaming. Maybe we'll be in some sort of, you know, weird situation where we're just playing it in our heads. We don't need a controller anymore. You never know, but yeah, it's always fun to kind of go through those kinds of journeys over the timeline and stuff like that. So it's always cool.
Yeah, it definitely has been a sweet experience for us to see everybody, young and old, here to be able to enjoy the PAX Arena and be able to enjoy the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe AU and NZ Championship. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's jump on the stage with Xenox with some of our champions.
Thank you very much, Luke. Yes, we are here with our top 3 from this particular match. Firstly, can I just get everyone to give a massive round of applause to all of our contestants here today. Very enthralling experience here for the Mario Kart AUNZ Championship. I'd also like to welcome Kirsty to the stage, our Nintendo representative, who will be handing alongside a couple of our trophies to our top 3, of which we will get to the stage for our first player. It's Confox in 3rd place. Confox, come here for a quick little chat. Firstly, obviously, straight to the last map to confirm 3rd place for you. How was the day?
Oh my god, this was like really, really intense. But anyway, I'm sorry, I'm speechless. This is really, really exciting. And let me just, especially with the results being erratic, like so many times I was
W.
low. I just didn't know what I was going to expect. And coming 3rd at the end of this against really talented players, this was so amazing. I'm great to be here. Thank you all for watching and thank you all for putting this all up. It's an amazing experience. Thank you very much.
Very much well said. I also wanted to just give you a sort of a chance here if you wanted to say anything to anyone watching along at home or in the crowd in particular.
I did. I won the coveted bronze. Well, it's a trophy, but still a trophy. It's a shout out to a friend of mine.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Confox. Everyone, round of applause. 3rd place, Confox. In 2nd place, please put your hands together for Shad.
Alright.
Shad, come on over here, mate. Obviously, a very, very tense field today. All the matches were extremely close. To finish 2nd will be a really good feeling for you, coming away in 2nd place against some stiff competition.
Yeah, I knew going into this I was going to have a lot of like difficult opponents, and getting 2nd was pretty good for me, knowing like how long everyone else has been playing for.
Obviously, Panda was pretty much, by the end of it, ahead and shoulders above everyone else. How do you think he's going to go overseas, representing Australia, representing this community?
I think he's going to do really great because he's got a lot of world records already. So I think he's got the speed, and he just needs to work on his items a little bit.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Anything that you want to quickly say to anyone watching at home or in the crowd?
Shout out to Dreamyable.
I don't know who that is. Who is it?
He makes music.
Okay, thank you so much. Everyone, please put your hands together for Shad.
Dreamy Moon.
And of course, last but not least, it is our champion, the man that's going to be going overseas representing our country in Tokyo. Please put your hands together for Panda. Now, Panda, you don't get given a trophy because that's going to be your trophy. You had a phenomenal day today, especially towards the back end. Just give us your thoughts, because obviously a very, very close field. Everyone here was basically neck and neck, but you were just able to pull away. What was the difference?
I mean, I just broke away in front, like a lot of the races, but I thought towards the end I'd get a bit more unlucky with breaking away and stuff, but I managed to hold on, so yeah, that's it.
What's it like playing in front of a crowd like this and to also then walk home as the number 1, as the winner?
I mean, it's great. I've never played in front of a crowd like this, but it was fun to play a LAN for this game for the first time, so yeah.
And now obviously you're going to be going overseas next year representing this region. What does that mean for you?
I mean, it's exciting. Hopefully I don't get destroyed, but yeah.
Well, after what we saw today, I don't think that's going to happen. Anything that you want to say to everyone watching in the crowd, watching along at home?
I mean, thanks for watching, I guess. That's all I can say.
That's the main thing. Please, everyone, put your hands together for Panda. That is yours, my friend. You are the AUNZ champion for Mario Kart 2023.
I had his YouTube channel up, I'm pretty sure.
Gentlemen, your champion in Panda for the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe AU and NZ Championship for 2023. Winning 5 out of the 12 races here, Jordan. Mr. Consistent across the entirety. Panda was able to streak ahead in not only a lot of these courses, but also on the leaderboard.
Yeah, I think that's going to be one of the conversations, though.
This is why I'm giving him a... Go subscribe to him. He deserves to.
When they do go and
deserves more.
in Tokyo, I think it's obviously the weight of the entire region upon his shoulders, so you want to be seeing him do pretty well, hey?
Exactly, and we even heard from Shad as well, the fact that apparently he has some world records as well, so maybe that means that he's definitely got the speed to be able to consistently go through this. Maybe there's a few things that they're going to be able to work on going in towards that massive event over at World Championships at Nintendo Live Tokyo 2024. It's going to be a very, very exciting event for Panda to be a part of. I mean, this has been an exciting event for us to be a part of, Jordan. I think the fact that this crowd is still here, still cheering on Panda, still cheering on all of our competitors that are able to get on towards the podium as well. And it's just a great celebration of such a good game in Mario Kart. It's been able to permeate generations, been able to permeate basically gaming for the better part of almost 30 years now, and it has really been such an exciting time for us to be able to jump into an esport like this.
We're trying to get a shout out, man.
Yeah, well, like
That guy there, the line through.
Down the track, you're probably still going to be having tournaments around Mario Kart. You're going to be having whatever it is, Mario Kart number 20. I don't know. We'll see whatever name they come up with. But yeah, certainly I'm sure it's one of those.
We're gonna end soon, chat. I'm just waiting for the stream to end.
Goes through generations. It seems like it doesn't really matter how deep into gaming's lifespan we get. There's always going to be a Mario Kart right there alongside the rest of the titles that are getting released at any given time. So it's nice. It's always there. It's a comfort, of course, for some of us, and so it's always been fun. It's going to continue to be fun, and looking forward to seeing how Panda will do when he does go over to compete overseas.
Exactly. It has been a fun afternoon here at the PAX Arena. Congratulations once again to our champion and representative in Panda here for the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe AU and NZ Championship for 2023. We're going to say goodbye for today, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, everybody in the crowd who has been such a delight to cast in front of us as well. Thank you, Jordan, for being by my side throughout the entirety of today. So thank you, ladies and gentlemen, once again. And as always, stay safe. We'll see you guys for the next one. As well, BLJ still got a little bit of extra pace going on the Snortle, so it looks like it's
W! W! When it goes straight to the ending screen, I want my ending screen, chat.
I don't think anyone's going to be able to catch Panda at this point. Like, how on earth are you going to... It's almost half a lap.
Yes, this could look like a win for Alter Pichu, who was unfortunately one of the players that are needing points badly here. Needs to get around this final corner before the shell comes in. The red shell, Fox is going to come in and steal it from Alter Pichu.
Panda well and truly out in front. The blue shell will come through. I don't know if it will do quite enough to close the distance, and Panda is looking for 3 in a row right now.
Need to get around the corner. You're going to try and get eyes onto Panda, who's sitting here with the boombox as
He's
well.
done it.
The finish line is in sight, and Panda with the 3-peat, the hat trick here. The blue shell's coming, Jordan.
Yeah, and there is a player right behind. It's BLJ. I think BLJ got hit by the blue shell as well. They both got hit by the blue shell. Oh dear. We're about to be into that final lap. Panda in first place. Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for Panda on the victory lap.
For Panda to be able to put their hand on the trophy, and now, as Jordan did say, the victory lap. Panda here in second. Shad wants to get it on their side. There's the red shell to finish it off as well.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Compox. Everyone, round of applause, third place, Compox. And thank you so much, everyone. Please put your hands together for Shad. That is yours, my friend. You are the AUNZ champion for Mario Kart 2023.
Thank you guys for watching today's stream. W Panda. W Panda. W Panda. I'm still gonna concurrently reply to me. So chat, I'm gonna end off now. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.
Lost my best friend to 23. She left her body and hovered above me. I saw no shadow. I looked around, searched every building and home that I found. I saw no shadow, but felt a glow. The warmth inside me kept me afloat. Felt like heaven.
Catch you guys next time.
Give me comfort when I feel alone. Now you're gone, I'm alone. I guess it's time to get better. Through the pain, I will go alone. If I fall, break lost my best friend to 23. She left her body and hovered above me. Best friend to 23. I heard the heavens crying above me. They gained an angel, I lost a friend. I felt like dying again and again. I went through hell, stared at death, but I keep fighting with each living breath. I saw no way out from where I stood. Felt like the fire had burned me for. Now you're gone, I'm alone. I guess it's time to get better. Through the pain, I will go alone. If I fall, break my bones, I will scream even louder. 'Cause I'm not dying alone. I lost my best friend.